Alright, so recapping day one, basically, I guess. Um, there were a bunch of trades that happened today and yesterday, sort of, I guess. As we do just have another trade between the Knicks and the Cavs. Here is Knicks. The Knicks receive Rodney Hood for Tim Hardaway Jr. and then cash. So we do get Hardaway straight up for Rodney Hood. So there we go. So that trade's in now. So basically, just recapping all the moves that happened. Yesterday. So, the first deal of KTL was the Timberwolves and the Bulls, to where we'll just take a quick look at the Bulls. So in this deal, the Bulls acquired Andrew Wiggins, who's no longer with the team. He was traded like 3 times yesterday, so we'll get into that in a little bit. But the Bulls traded Zach LaVine and Wendell Carter to the Timberwolves. Now, they still do have Zach LaVine, the Timberwolves. He is going to grow to about an 84-85 pot, depending on what the progression is at, and it is at 100, by the way. So, LaVine definitely has the ability to grow. And they also received a good young center in Wendell Carter, who, knowing Jack, he'll probably switch off in another trade, or could even use him as a power forward for the future to team up with like Karl-Anthony Towns. They can make a good front court there with or a good paint protector, I should say, with Carter and Towns. So the second trade that happened yesterday once again involved the Bulls. The Bulls traded Jabari Parker and Lauri Markkanen to the New Orleans Pelicans for a bunch of picks, Troy Williams and Frank Jackson. So we will take a look at both sides of the perspective of that trade. So the Pelicans did acquire Jabari Parker, who will be an 84 overall small forward. He is a really good shooter. Jabari Parker is, he's an okay shooter, actually. He's not the best. He's really good inside, which is something that they don't have in Gordon Hayward. Hayward is really good outside. Guess he's okay at layups, but Jabari Parker is honestly better inside, and Gordon Hayward is better outside. Plus, Jabari Parker is young, so knowing Brandon, he could either use Jabari Parker as a trade asset to get an upgrade at the point guard position, or could honestly just chill with Jabari Parker there, or he can even make Jabari Parker a power forward and play Anthony Davis as a center if he really wants to, but I don't know there. And obviously the Bulls acquired Troy Williams. I don't even know if he's still on the team. Is he? Yeah, they did get Troy Williams from Indiana. He is a rookie, probably isn't going to grow too much. And then also Frank Jackson there is now a Chicago Bull as well. Jackson's a pretty good. He's young, so you can even grow him. Then he also did get a 2020 first round pick, and then a 2021 first round pick. Then he also did get a 2019, 2020, and a 2021 second round pick. So then we have the first move for my OKC Thunder. It involves the Bulls once again. They received a 2021 second round pick from me and 1K for this center right here. Robin Lopez. Lopez can give you good minutes as a backup center, and that's what I was really going for in this trade. He can produce inside, as well as he is a pretty he's pretty good at defense as well, except for really the rebounding. But I like Robin Lopez as a bench center. And then once again we had yet another Andrew Wiggins trade. I don't know if he is still. No, he got traded. Wiggins got traded once again, but in the Wiggins deal, the Cavs also did acquire this guy right here, Chris Dunn from the Chicago Bulls. Dunn's a good young point guard, only at 23. You can set him to untapped potential, plus he still will have a little bit to grow as well. And then the Bulls acquired from the Cavs in the deal. They acquired shooting guard David Nwaba. He's a pretty good shooting guard, still young, so you can maybe even cook on him as well. They also got Corio White, a young small forward there from Florida State. And then they also did get point guard Suchi Smith, who is a rookie from Dayton University, who can also grow. So they're getting younger. Also, they did acquire cash considerations, which is $300K, and a 2021 Cavs second round pick. So they're stacked on second rounders. And then the next deal was for the Bulls, and my team again, the Bulls Thunder. I gave up a 20. We'll set over to me, but I gave up a 2020 first round pick, a 2018 second round pick, as well as a 2018 second round pick again from OKC and Boston. Then I also gave up 2K, and receiving the deal is receiving the Thunder get Bobby Portis, who is a young power forward, can grow a little bit. Honestly, I decided to get him because he is an upgrade over Nerlens Noel. He can shoot the ball better than Nerlens, but when it comes to rebounding, obviously Nerlens Noel has the advantage, being that he is a center, but I'd rather have Bobby Portis starting over Nerlens Noel at the power forward spot. The next players in the deal, the next trade I should say, is the Toronto Raptors Los Angeles Lakers deal, where the Los Angeles Lakers acquired point guard the Lakers acquired, he's not on the team anymore, but they did get small forward Kawhi Leonard, and once we get into the Kawhi Leonard, we'll get that the Kawhi Leonard deal will show what they got in return from Cleveland. But so we'll just head over to the Toronto side of the deal, I guess, just to show. So Toronto in the deal for Kawhi, they received point guard Lonzo Ball, who 19 years old, 91 potential. Lonzo Ball is going to grow and become a pretty good player. Then you also do have forward / shooting guard Brandon Ingram, 84 potential, and he's still young. You can send him to untapped potential to grow. Then they also did receive Kyle Kuzma, who you can maybe even start right away and move Serge Ibaka for a small forward, which you do need, or even a better center. Then you also did acquire Ivica Zubac in the same deal. Zubac's a good young center. And they also did get a Los Angeles Lakers 2021 and a Los Angeles Lakers 2022, which is probably good because the Lakers look like they suck right now. Just had to write something down quick. But yeah, so what's good about that is that it looks like the Lakers team is going to be bad for the next long while. So they do get probably still there. Then the next trade was the Lakers Cavs, where the Cavs acquired, here we'll go to the Cavs point of view, but the Cavs acquired, I don't know if they still have him, they do actually. The Cavs acquired Kawhi Leonard, the small forward, as well as shooting guard Josh Hart. Kawhi, we all know Kawhi, he's only 26, so he still has a long time left in the NBA. He's one of the best defensive players. He can score the ball. Kawhi's just a beast to have. Then they also do have shooting guard Josh Hart, 22 years old, 75 overall, can grow to about probably an 80 overall. A really good young shooting guard to have on your team. Then they also did, and then they gave up small forward Andrew Wiggins, so head to the Lakers spot. Who Wiggins was on the move again. He's switched like 5 teams in a matter of one day. But Andrew Wiggins, they gave up. We'll show what they got in return as well. But they also did get shooting guard J.R. Smith. We all know him. He should have 0 shot IQ. And then point guard George Hill. The good thing about the Lakers team is that they're not going to be good. So you can at least get. And then another one was 2018 first round. The Bulls was a bunch of picks for cash considerations. So the next trade we got was the Pistons Clippers one. The Clippers actually did make a few moves today. It was the Clippers and the Pistons and the Clippers. So the Clippers received power forward Blake Griffin, who they don't have anymore. Who they traded. They also got Luke Kennard, who they traded as well. They also did receive point guard Reggie Jackson, who they do have. Then they also do have his 2018 second round pick. Then you also do have. Oh wait, Luke Kennard is right here. Well, what am I saying? Luke Kennard is right here. He's a good future shooting guard. Probably going to be a 7th or 6th man throughout his entire career, but not a bad player to have. And they also got a second round pick in the deal. And the Pistons acquired Tobias Harris, a small forward there. They also did get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's just Shai Alexander. A little bit of an oversized point guard in my opinion. He can grow though. I'd honestly move him to a shooting guard to where he can get a better upgrade, but you do still have Malcolm Brogdon as a shooting guard and Kyle Lowry as a point guard, as we'll get into that deal in just a minute. And they also did receive a first round pick. They received their own first round pick. Then the next trade we do involve is the Malcolm Brogdon one, where they got Malcolm Brogdon, obviously the shooting guard, and power forward / center Thon Maker from the Milwaukee Bucks. So we'll head over to Milwaukee quick. Oh yeah, they also got a first round pick for this year from Milwaukee. But the Bucks received shooting guard. No, they received center Andre Drummond, who's a massive upgrade over Brook Lopez. They also received point guard Ish Smith, who's a good backup to Eric Bledsoe.
Christian, I'm going out to the stores.
Okay. So the next trade we did get is the Clippers Pelicans one, where we'll head to the Pelicans for a minute. The Pelicans received shooting guard Avery Bradley, who's a good young shooting guard to back up Drew Holiday. You can maybe even start him at the point guard position. However, he does go down, so you might just want to keep him a shooting guard, who is actually a really, really good 6-man if you do play him there. They also did get power forward Blake Griffin, who isn't on the team anymore. So that's that. And then they also did receive power forward Mike Scott, who's an okay power forward, not the best but not the worst. And then they gave up Andre Liggins, who was involved in another trade due to roster space. I got the okay from the GM to use him as like a roster space deal. He was just a throw-in, so that was fine. And the Clippers, we'll head to the Clippers there, because the Clippers received DeAndre Liggins, who was a throw-in for roster space. I got the okay from him, but the Clippers did give up, or the Clippers got power forward Julius Randle, who's no longer on the team. They also did get shooting guard Etwan Moore. He's a solid backup to Lou Williams. Not your ideal backup, but he's still pretty good. Then you also did get center Chuck Diallo, who's a really good young center from Kansas. And they also did receive a second round pick. The next one we got is the point guard position. The Pistons, here is the Pistons deal. They got Kyle Lowry for for 1,000K, so they won't have any money to spend, but they're looking like a team that can contend, especially in the East. So they want to go out and get a better starting point guard. They got that in Kyle Lowry, especially his defense. And with the Blazers and the Knicks, Kevin Knox. Here we go to the Blazers now. The Blazers received Kevin Knox, Enes Kanter, and 550K for CJ McCollum, Evan Turner, and Jusuf Nurkic. I would give this one to the Knicks by far, because the Blazers aren't a team that can really contend this year, and they honestly just got worse. I mean, their front court is pretty good, which they got Randolph off of waivers, and they also got Enes Kanter. So a good duo of Randolph and Enes Kanter there, but they don't have a small forward nor a shooting guard to give that one up. The Kings got Demain Dotson, Mitchell Robinson, and Emmanuel Mudiay for Kostas Koufis, Bezelinka, and Bogdanovic. So the Kings won that, in my opinion, getting younger. And then the Knicks got 15K for Ron Baker. So that was actually pretty. I would give that one to the Knicks because Ron Baker, I mean, he's your starting shooting guard if you're the Blazers, but he's not really going to progress. I mean, he is still young. So then you also got Zach Randolph there. And then all the trades today, the Celtics, here's a big one. The Celtics got power forward Blake Griffin to round out when they basically have an all-90 lineup. And then they also, however, they did trade Gordon Hayward, but they do have Jason Tatum now as the starter. So I think that they're going to be just fine there. And they also gave up a first-round pick from the Grizzlies in 2019, who was bad. Then the Cavs also did trade a minor one, so we're not going to go over this too much. But the Cavs received shooting guard / small forward Tim Hardaway for Rodney Hood, and they also got cash considerations in the Cavs. And a trade that was just put in as well, the Kings received point guard Frank Ntilikina. Where is the Knicks? The Knicks gave up point guard Frank Ntilikina. Where is Frankie? They also did give up a 2019 first, a 2020 first, so they're giving up a bunch of picks that they honestly could use, and cash considerations to the Kings for, where's the Kings now? For shooting guard Buddy Hield and point guard Emmanuel Mudiay. So, in my opinion, where's Emmanuel Mudiay? Alright. Hang on just one moment. Alright, so I was told to give up Cornet by John as well.